So here first question is from list. So create a list of only even numbers. So here I will use range function for this. So I will create here one variable even list is equal to. So we have to use list function for that, and to this list function we are passing range function. And what is this range is doing? So I want to create only even numbers, so I will give here from 0 to, for example, 50. In this range I want even numbers, and here I will give step as 2. So it will give me only even numbers between 0 to 50, right? So now if I print on the console, so now it is giving me 0 to 4 like that, right? So up to 48 it is giving us even numbers. So in this way, using range function you can create even number list. Second question is create one list of 1 to 10 numbers and create new list which contain square of the numbers from this number list. So how to solve this? First we will create one list which is having numbers 1 to 10. So for that we will create one num list is equal to list. Using a range function we are creating that list. So it will go from 1 to 10, means we have to take 1 to 11, and step will be, so default step is 1, so no need to give step. So now this is our number list. So num list. So now it is giving us the number list, that is 1 to 10. Right? So now next, what is our next task? So we have to create new list so that will contain square of the numbers from this list. So for that what we have to do, we will create one empty list, square list. This is empty list. So now, and next what we are doing, so using for loop we are going to iterate over this num list. So for that we will take num in num list. So one by one it will access list element. Then what we want to do, so whatever this your empty list is there, so in this list we are going to add whatever the square of each element of the number list. So for that we have to use append function on list. So I will use here append square we have to do. So square is num into num, or num power 2 also you can take, right? So now in this way you will get new list, so which will be not new list, but we have updated this empty list. So we will take here square list is sq list. So now we will run this. So now this is our original list. So square of the numbers from this 1, 2 square is 4, 3 square is 9. So in this way we are getting squares of the number from this number list. So in this way you can solve our second question. So third question is take 3 input numbers from the user and create list from those numbers. So now here I want to take 3 numbers. So I will take here num1, so num2 and num3. So now here I will take here input, enter 3 numbers. and here I will use split method. Right. So now next what we will do, so now here we will take num list as empty list we have created. So now, so by default whatever the input is and taking value, so those are the string. So this number 1 2 3 are the string. So now first we will run this. So now for example I will give here 1 2 3, so it is accepting 3 numbers. So now next task what we have to do, so now next this number list is there, so in that we want to append this numbers. So I will use here append method for this. So append int of num1, so we are converting these strings into number. Then num list dot append int num2, so then num list dot append integer num3. So now next finally we will check our number list. So updated number list is I will take here 1 2 3. So now updated number list is 1 2 3. So in this way here 3 numbers we are taking from user and adding or appending those to a list. So in this way you can solve this problem. Can is take one list of numbers and do sum of all elements or numbers in that list without using sum function. So here we have to use concept of for loop. So before that we will create one list, so that number list we are creating. So using range function I will create one list for 1 to 5 numbers. So range we have to take 1 to 6. So this is our list. Print number list. So now first we will print this. So it is giving us in this list we have 1 to 5 numbers. So now next what we have to do, so we have to add all these numbers. So for that we have to use concept of for loop. So for num list, for num in num list, so what will happen, so it will iterate over this list. So num, so one by one it will access the number from that this number list. So before that we will take one variable total is equal to 0, we will initialize it to 0, and then we are going to update this variable in this loop. So how to do that, we are going to use shorthand notation here. Total plus is equal to num. So this is same as total is equal to num plus total, right? Num plus total. So here we are just using the shorthand notation. So what will happen here, so now this for loop will iterate over each element of the list. So then one by one it will access. So number, so this num variable is there, so one by one it will consist element of this number list, means each number it will access one by one. And here what we are doing, so total plus is equal to number plus total. So what we are doing, so here total is initialized with 0. So in the first iteration 0 plus whatever 1 is there, so total will be 1. So now next again loop. So in this way this loop will get executed, and you will get final total, that is the total value of items in this list. So finally we will print final total is total. So now we will run this. So it is giving 15. So 5 plus 4 9, 9 plus 3 12, 12, 13, 14, 15. Right? So in this way we are getting the total. So we have used concept of loop here for addition. So now fifth question is list 1 and list 2 we have. So both are the same list. So what we have to do, we have to check is the content of this two list is same or not. So for this we have to use content comparison operator. So with the content comparison operator, so that is the equality sign. So how to check that? Print list 1 equality sign we are using. List 1 is equal to list 2. So now if these two lists are same, content is same, so then it will return you true. So name list is list 1. Sorry, I should define list. So list 1 equal to 1, 2, 3, 4. So list so here now we are checking the content. Now we will run this. Now it is giving us true because content means elements of these two lists are same. Now we will check content of one list. So we are adding one more element and we are checking the content. Now we will get false because list 1 and list 2 content is not same. Now it is giving us false. So in this way you can check the content using this equality sign. So in this way you have to solve this question number 5. So sixth question is we have two lists, list 1 and list 2. So we have to check addresses here and we want to know so addresses are same or not. So addresses and references, this is the same term, right? So now how to do that? So we will take here for first list 1. So this is your 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 and list 2 we are taking. So it is 1 2 3 4. Now here we have to check the references, means addresses we have to check. So for that we have identity operators, that is and is not. So we have to use that. For example, if I do here list 1 is list 2. So means if these two addresses are same, so then it will return true, right? So now we will run this. So now it is false, means addresses are different. So how to check address of any variable in Python? We know that, so we can use type for that. So list 1 address type function we have to use. So type of list 1. So next is print list 2 address. Type list 2. So if we check their addresses, so oh no, I have sorry, I should use id function. So type is giving data type, so I should use id. So now it is giving, so addresses it is giving, so addresses are different, so that's why it is giving false. So if we do here is not, means I am checking these two addresses are different. If these two addresses are different, so then it will return us true. So means these are not having same addresses. So here, so if I run this, so it is giving me true because addresses are different. That's why this is not is returning true. So is returning false because these two addresses are different, and is not is returning true because these two addresses are different. So in this way you can solve this problem 6. Seventh question is, we have one list and we have to reverse this list. So here you can directly use the reverse function in Python. So I am taking here list 1 is equal to 100, 200, 100, 400, 500 and 300. So this is our list. So now if I do like list 1 dot reverse, so it will reverse the list, and if I print this list on the console, so it is giving. So before that we will print our original list here, print original. List 1, and here after reversal, so now it is original list is this, and after reversal this is our list. So using this reverse function or method in Python, you can use you can reverse the original list. So now next question is reverse list without using reverse function. So earlier we have used reverse function. So the question is we don't have to use reverse function. So how to solve this? So for here we have to use for loop concept, range function, and empty list, right? So now what we will do? So what is our need? So this is your list. So what output you should have? So you should have this last element, means last index element as the first position, then 500, like that you are getting all elements. So this you want, so this is your output you are expecting. Now so if we check index of this, so 0 1 2 3 4 5, so 5 is the index. So what are the indexes? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and 0. So we should have such a concept, so that we can get this reverse sequence of numbers, right? And using this reverse sequence, so once we got this reverse sequence, based on the index we can access each element of this list, and we can append in other output list. We will, so for that we will create one empty list. So output list I am creating. So next what we want? So we want a sequence 5 4 3 2 1 0. So for example, for that I will use here concept of for loop. For I in range, I will take here 1 2. First we will calculate length of list 1, length len list weekly. So it is our length. So len of list 1. This is our list length. So now what we will do, so we will range over this 1 to list 2. So length of this list, so len list, right? So we will check what output you are getting. We are getting, so print I. So I am getting here 1 2 3 4 5. So next what we should do, so I am getting here 1 2 3 4 5, but what I want 5 4 3 2 1 0. So this is my requirement, right? Because fifth index is the last index, last element index. So I want 5 4 3 2 1 0. So how can we achieve that? So for that, uh, so this is 5 4 3 2 1 0, right? And length of list is 1 2 6. So this is your length of list. So this loop will iterate over 1 2 3 4 5 till 5. It will give us number. Now but I want 5 4 3 2 1 here. So what we will do, so we will take length of list is, this is 6, it is 6. Now if I do like, so this is I is, so here I is 1, here I is 1. So if I do like length of list minus this I, so then I can get 5 4 3 2 1. So for that what I will do, length of list is len of list minus I. So if I print this, so what sequence we will get, we will see. So now I am getting 5 4 3 2 1 0. So our task is done. So we wanted this sequence we want. Now next what we will do, so using these indexes we will access each element of the list 1, and then we will append those element in this list. So what will happen, so now if I do like output list dot append, so I want fifth element, fifth index element. So I will do here len list minus I. It will, so len list minus I. So what will be the values of this len list of minus I? So here I should take list 1. So using indexes we are accessing elements. So now len of list minus I, so its values are over the loop 5, then 4, then 3, 2 and 1. Okay, because what is len of a list is 6 and I is 1. So in first iteration 6 minus 1 is 5, so 5 we will get. So then in next iteration, so I value is 2, so len of list is 6 minus 2 is 4. So in this way 6 minus I will be done and you are getting this sequence. So this reverse sequence you are getting, right? And we know this concept. So here, so if you want to access any list element using index, so what you are using, you are using the list name and square bracket and you are giving the index. So what will be the index here, len of 5, this, now list 1 is there and here index will be there. So what are the index value here, 5 4 3 2 1. And this append function what it is doing, so it is adding element at the last. So what this is doing, so it is accessing list one element one by one, means as per this index. Then, and what is it is doing, it is appending this element one by one to this empty list. So first, uh, so here if we uh, so actual expression here will be like op list of here, op list dot append. So append, so here will be list of 1. So index is first, it is 5. 5, so 5 means op list 5, so fifth element, so fifth is 0 1 2 3 4 5, so 300 will get added here. So next what will happen, so in next iteration value of this is 4, so index value is 4, so it will op list dot append this 4th index, so fourth is 500, then 400 100 so in this way your list, this output list will get updated in each iteration, right? So now what I will do, I will print here this output list. So for we will check what is happening, how this list is getting appended in each iteration. So I will give here, first we will print here list1, print original list1. So if I run this, see here, so this is your original list, and here you are getting list element. So here up to 200 we are getting, means our logic there is some issue. 5 4 3 2 1 0, so 0 should come, means line of list is 6, so 6 minus 6 should be happen, so it should go up to 7. Now if I do this, so now we are getting reverse list, so 300 500 400, and then 100 200 and 100, right? So in each so you can trace this. So in each iteration what is happening, first it has taken fifth index element, so then next it has taken fourth index, then third index, right? That like that your list, that output list got updated and you got final list, so that is reverse list from the original list, right? So step by step you can solve this problem in such a way. And now I will print here, print final list, final reversed list is output list is our. So now you can check the elements. So this is this output list is reverse of this original list. So in this way you can step by step solve such problems. So next question is reverse the list using slicing. So slicing, where slicing is used, so whenever you want to extract some part of the list or string, so at that time you are using slicing. So when you are using slicing, at that time you are giving here start index first, here start index you are giving start index, then end index, then step you are giving, right? So this is the syntax of uh, slicing. So how to reverse the list using slicing, so for that what you have to do, so so for reversing, so start index don't give anything, So end index also don't give anything, and here give -1. So what it will do? So start index is by default 0, end index is by default length of the list, and -1 means in reverse direction it will trace this list, right? So now we using this we will reverse this list. So for this now I will take here first we will print original list list 1, then output list we will take output list is equal to list 1. So we will take here colon -1. So it will reverse this list, and here you will get final, or we will say reversed list is output list. So now if I run this, so here you are getting this original list, and using slicing we have reversed the list, right? So this is very simple program. So using slicing how to reverse the list. So now next question is concatenate two list index wise. So here we have two lists L1 and L2, and we have to concatenate based on the indexes, right? So now here A X means you have to take first element from the list 1, then concat with first element of list 2. So that we will solve. So here we have to use concept of for loop for I in range of length of L1. So you can take L2 also, both length are same. So how much, so what will be the values of I? So in first iteration, length of L1 is 3. So it will be, so it will range from 0, 1, 2, right? So now next what we will do, we will take here one empty list, output list is our empty list. So then we have these two lists. So now is I don't know. So now these are our two lists. So now we want to, what we will do, so we will take each element from the list 1 and each element from the list 2, and index wise we will concatenate and append in this output list. So now we will take output list dot append. What we are going to append? L1 of I plus plus L1 of L2 of I, right? So L1 of I, L2 of I. Now we will see our final output list. Print final output list is copy list. So now it is giving ax, by and cz. So in this way you can solve this problem. It is very easy. So final output list ax, by, cz. So this was the expected output, right? Create one list of numbers from 1 to 10 and extract only last 5 numbers from that list. So first we have to create this list from 1 to 10 numbers, and next we are going to extract 5 numbers. So for creating list we have to use concept of range, and for extracting last 5 numbers, here we have to use concept of slicing. So how to do this? So first we will create one number list. So number list is equal to range we have to take. So first we have to take list function, list range. So we want 1 to 10. So in range we have to give 1 to 11, right? So now here we will print our number list. So now so first we will check this list. So this is our list 1 2 3 4 5 up to 10. So first task is done. So next what we have to do, extract only last 5 numbers. So here we have to use concept of slicing. So here I will give print. So when you are using slicing you have to take list name, number list. So I want last 5 elements, so I will give here -5 colon, and I will not give end index. So what will happen? So by default it will consider as end of the list, and from last 5, so we know that negative indexing is also there, which is starting from right side, -1 -2 -3 -5, like that. So it will give me from -5 to till end of the list. So we will run this. So it is giving, so -1 -2 -3 -4 -5. So these are the last 5 elements it is returning us. So in this way, using concept of slicing, you can extract last 5 numbers from that list. Next question is, take a list of names and convert those all names into uppercase words. So for example, this is your list. So it is containing names. So some it is containing uppercase. So this is all small case letters are there. So now what is your task? You have to convert all those names into uppercase words. So you can solve this program in two ways. So you can create an empty list and uppercase of particular word you can append in that list, or you can directly iterate over this list and directly print this uppercase word on the console. So now we will solve this. So now we will create output list, that is another list, so which will contain uppercase words. So now for uh, word, or we will take name, name in, name list. So then what we want to do, we want to update this empty list. So we will do append. Then what we have to do, so whatever this name is there, we want to convert it into upper. So for that we will use upper function in Python. And what it will do, so this for loop will iterate over this name list, and this output list will get updated, and what it will contain now, so uppercase version of this each word. So now what we will do here, we will first print here original list, print original list, name list. So next we will print here updated list. Print list. So now this is our original list. So it is containing some letters are capital, some are small, right? So now what is our final list? So whatever each word is there, so each name is there, so it has converted into uppercase. So in this way you can solve this program, right? So next question is take list of names and count number of characters in each name and print on the console name and its length. So here we will take city list or city names. We will take city names, one list we will create. For example, it is containing Pune, then Bengaluru, then Mumbai, then Delhi, then we will take here Indore. So these are the city names we have taken, and what is our task? We have to count number of characters, means length of each name, each city name we want to find, and on the console what we want to show, name and length of this. So here we have to use concept of for loop and len function we have to use. So now how to solve this? For city in city names. So then what we want to show on the console? City and len of city. That's it. Simple it is. So now you can do this output more readable using f string, like so you can use f string. City is city and length is, and we know that in f string we can solve expressions also. So here we are executing the function and we have to close this, right? So here we have used f string. So city is, it will take city name, and length is, so it will calculate the length and will be displayed here. Now I am running this program. So now it is giving me city is Pune and length is 4, Bengaluru, its length is 9, Mumbai length is 6, Delhi 5, Indore 6. So in this way you can solve this problem. And position of element from user and add that element at that position. So what we have to do? First we have to create list of elements. Then from user we have to take element and position where we want to add that element. So for that, so here we have to use concept of a list insert function, right? So now first we will create one list. So list number I will take. So using range we are creating one list, range. So here I am creating for example 0 to or 1 to 10 we will take 1 to 10. Print numbers list is list number. So now first we will check this much. So control S and run this. It is our list. Now what we have to do next? So from user we have to take element and its position and at that particular position we need to insert that element. So now for example here I am taking a num is equal to input. So we will take only integer number. So as our list is containing only integers, enter a number to insert in list. Next we will get position. We will take int input. Something is wrong. Enter position to insert element, right? So now next what we have to do, so next we have to insert particular element in position given by user. So number is containing number entered by user, and position is the position means index in list, so where we want to insert element. So now here we will use so now we will do list number. Here we will take position and here num. So now at this position number will get added. Position number will get added, and finally we will print updated list. Updated list. List number. So now we will run this. So now here we will give 100, and for example I want to add first position, means add 2's position. So this is 0th and this is 1, means first position I want to add, first index I want to add. So I'm giving here like 1. Oh, something. Position number. Sorry, here I forgot. Is insert. We'll close this and we will rerun it again. So here I will take 100 and at first position I want to add. So now 0 1, so 0 1, so at first position this 100 is inserted, right? So in this way you can do. So now we will run this program again. We will give position which is not in this list. So for example here only 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, so 8 indexes are available. So for example I will give here like 1000. So this position doesn't exist in list. So what happens, we will check. So now if this index whatever we have given, if it is not present, so then by default it will add that element at the end of list. So now we will run this program again. So now for example here I will give 99 and I am giving here minus 90. So what happens, we will check. So minus 90 is not present. So now if you are giving negative index, so if you are giving negative index and if that index doesn't exist in list, so by default element will get added at the first or 0th position in the list. So in this way you can solve this program. Next question is take list of numbers and print on the console element and number of occurrences of that element in that list. So for this we will have one list, so which is having duplicate elements. 4 5 1 2 3 1 2 1 3 4 1 9 11 12. For example, this is our list. Now what we want number of occurrences of each element in this list. So now for this what we have to do, first we need to convert this list into set, then we will get unique elements, and on that set we will iterate, and we will get the count. So how to do this? First we will convert it into set, num set. So because of this we will get unique elements from that list, set num list. So now I got unique elements here. So before this we will print original number list, num list. So next we will print this set also, this set num set. Number set is num set. Right, so we will run this much program. So now it is giving original list is this, and we got the set. Now we know that on set we can iterate. We can iterate means we using for loop we can access one each element one by one. So for val in or num in num set we will get num in num set. So we are iterating and we are counting the, so how to count that? Print number is we will take here as num. So this is number from the list and its count is so for this we have to take num list. So from this list we are going to count the number of occurrences, count of num we want num, right? So in this way you can do. So here what it is doing, so this for loop is iterating over this set, so one by one each element will be accessed. So unique element of from this list we will get here. So now here we are printing the number and we want count of that number. So we are using count function from the Python, and we are using count, and which count we want count of this number from that list. So here we have used that number list variable also. So in this way you can solve this problem. So we will run this code again. So now it is giving count number is 1, count is 3, number is 2, count is 2, right? So 3 1 2 3, 3 times 3 has occurred, so 3. 12 has occurred 2 times, so 2. 11 has occurred only 1 time, so 1 9 1. So in this way you can solve this problem. Question is check the start and end element of the list are same or not. Here we will take only singular of the list are same or not. So now here for example I have one list, number list, and it is having some elements like 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 5 9 10, right? So this is our list. So now what is our task? We want to check that start and end element of the list are same or not. So for this what we have to do? So start and end element. So how to get a start and end element? So using indexing we can get the start and end element. So for example, if I want to get start element, so it is at the 0th position. It is at the 0th position, and end element is at 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it is at ninth position. So what we have to do? So we have to compare 0th position and ninth position element. So if both are same, so then we can say these elements are same. But here we have given different. So here if I do like print, so num list 0th position element equality sign. So I am checking equality num list ninth position. So now if both are same, it will return you true. So if both are different, it will return you false. So we will check. So if I run this, so I am getting false because at 0th and ninth position elements are different. So if I make it 10, so now it will give you true because both are same, right? Here what we have given, 0th position, and here we have given ninth position because this is the end of the list. But practically if we have very large list, so we can't count elements like 0, 1, 2, 3 like that, so we can't get index in such a way. So at that time you can use negative indexing also, or you can use len function also. So how to do this we will see. So here for example, first we will see negative indexing. So negative index, so this is 0th position and the last element is having -1 position, -1 index. So negative indexing is also possible in Python. So this is -1 index. So what we will do now, num list 0th position equality num list -1, means we are checking the first and last element. So both are same, so we will get true here. So now true. So means using negative indexing also you can access that last element of the list. So next I will show you using len function. So len, so if I calculate length of this number list, so print len of num list, so it is giving me 10. So it is giving me 10, it is giving. So length means the count of number of elements. So here 10 elements are there, so it is giving us 10. But the last element index is 9, means which is length of the list -1. So means we can access this index using length of list -1. So that is also one approach. So how to do this? Print, so first number is at 0th position equality num list index is len of num list -1. So now if these are same, so it will give us true. So we are going to get true only. So it is giving true because so both elements are same. So here what we have done, length of this number list, so it is 10. 10 minus 1 is 9. So I will get here num list 9, means last element I will get here. So this is also one way of solving this problem. So next question is, take the list of strings and sort in both ascending and descending order. So here what we have to take, we have to sort one list of strings. So when strings are sorted, their ASCII values are considered while sorting. So default sorting order is ascending. So if you want to reverse the sorting order, you have to give reverse is equal to true as a argument to sort function, right? So now ASCII value of capital A to Z is 65 to 90, and A to Z small case is 97 to 122. So now what I have taken? I have taken one list, string list. So for now we are taking only one character here in each string. So now we will see what happens. We will sort this string list dot sort, then print string list. So original list we will print here first. Print original list is string list. So then here sorted list. So now if we check, so this is our original list and this is our sorted list. So what I told, the default sorting order is ascending. So here ASCII values are considered. So A's ASCII value is 65, so it is the list. So that's why it has come here. So then B is 60, 65, 66, 66 is there. Then D is there, and ASCII values of small case letters is more. That's why those are coming at the last, right? So in this way it is sorting, right, based on the ASCII values. So if I have here multiple characters, for example I have bat, I have here cab, I have here zebra, dog, here ant, sorry, ant, right? So now next I have same like for example I am taking A, Z, T, right? So next I am taking here B, A, Z, right? So now here if multiple characters are there, so for example, so this A is same, right? So when sorting, first ASCII value is considered, so that is same. So now then Python will check second character and check their ASCII values. So ASCII value of Z is more than n, so that's why this will come later than A and T, right? So now here BAT is there and BAZ is there. So ASCII value of Z is more than T. That's why first T will come than Z. So now Miss Bars will come later. So when you have multiple characters in any string, so further ASCII values are considered while sorting, right? So now we will see what output we are getting. So now here bat, cab, zebra is our original list. So then I told, so A and T has come first because Z is having more ASCII values, right? So then BAT is there, so BAT, so T is asking less value than Z, so that's why Z has come later. So then dog and dog, cab and zebra, right? So why we are getting first or all capital letters? Because ASCII values of capital letters is less than uh, small letters. That's why we are getting this. So natural sorting order is ascending. So now I want to reverse this order. So for that we have to take here reverse is equal to true. So now I will get in the reverse order. Means more value ASCII strings will be coming first and these are the last. So this is the descending order sorting of list and this is ascending order of sorting of the list. So in this way you can solve this problem. So now here next question is take a number list and calculate sum and average of list element. So here what we have to do, we have to first create one number list and calculate its sum and average. So here we have to use concept of loop. So for this first we will create one number list. So we will take here list function, then range we will give range 1 to 11. Now it will create one list. Now we will print this list on the console. List number list is number list. So we will run this much code. So now it is giving number list. So now next what we have to do, so we want to calculate the sum. So for that we will take one variable sum, otherwise we will take num sum is equal to, we are initializing it to 0. So then for num in number list, so what we have to do, so whatever number is there, so it should get added to num sum. So we will do num sum is equal to, shorthand notation we are using num, means it is same as num sum is equal to num sum plus num, sorry it is plus num, right? So this is the shorthand notation we are using. So now here with this loop we are getting sum of all elements in that list. Now next is we want to calculate average. So average formula is list of so sum of all elements in that list and total count of number of elements in that list. So we will take one variable average. So here we have to calculate average. So we will take num sum divided by len of number list, right? So now here you got the average. So print sum is you are taking here num sum and average is avg. Then here we are taking f. So f string we are using. That's why we have taken f. So it is giving 5.5. So sum is 55 and average is 5.5. So the number of elements 3, 6, 9, 10. So 55 by 10 is 5.5. So in this way you can solve this problem. Next question is, take a number of list and count even and odd numbers in that list. So here first we have to create one number list, and we want to count even and odd numbers. We want count of numbers. So we don't want numbers, we want count of numbers. So here you have to use concept of for loop and control statement. So now how to solve this? For example, first I am creating one number list, some num list. So you have to use your list function. Then I am using range. So I will give here 1 2, so 0 to 111, means 0 to 100 I will get. So then print, num list on the console. So first we will do this much. So now this is our list. So what we want to get? So from this list we want to get number of count of number of odd and even numbers. See here, we will iterate over this list using for loop for num in num list. So if num mod 2 equal to 0, means we are taking equality here, so then it is even number. So for that, for even count we will get here even count variable, even count is equal to 0. So first we will initialize it to 0, then odd count we will initialize it to 0. So then if number is even, so even count should get incremented. So even count, so here I am using shorthand notation 1, means as even numbers are coming, so if this condition is true, means that is even number, so here even count will get incremented, right? So if this condition is false, means that number is odd, so here we will do odd count equal to 1, right? So in this way we can get the even and odd counts of no even and odd number count. So print even numbers count is even count. So then print odd numbers count is odd count. So now we will run this. So now it is giving even numbers count is 55 and odd numbers count as, even number counts as 56 and odd numbers count as 55. So in this way you can solve this problem. So here 20 question is reverse a list without using inbuilt function. So already we have solved this problem, so you can refer that solution. So by mistake I repeated the question. So next question is, get only unique elements from the list. So to solve this we have to use concept of set. So how to solve this? So for example, you have one list, num list. So you are taking elements 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 23 3 4 5 and 4 5 6 4 64 4, right? So in this way, means list is a data structure which can allow duplicate elements, but set is a data structure which allows only unique elements. So what we will do, so to take only unique elements from this list, so unique, so we will create one unique element list. So we want unique element list, so for that we have to use list function, and in this list function what we will do, we will use set function, and what this set will do, it will convert this number list into set, and means it will give you only unique elements. So this function will give you only unique elements, and whatever unique elements we got, from that unique elements we are again creating list. So here order you can't predict because set doesn't care about order, right? So now we will see our final output. Print unique elements list is, so unique elem list. So now here, before this we will print here original list, num list. So now if I run this, so I am getting original list is this, right? And unique elements from that list is 64, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 23, right? So I told you, so here insertion order, whatever order is, you can't predict because we have first converted this list into set, and then again we have converted into list, right? So in this way you can solve this problem. Now here next question is, take two lists of same number of elements and we have to subtract each element of one list, means we have to do subtraction of this respective element, and we have to create new list which will be storing subtraction result. So how to do this? So we have taken two lists, list 1 and list 2, then we have output list, so that is the empty list, so we will dynamically update this list. Now next, so how to solve this problem, we have to use concept of loop and range here. So what we will do, in loop we will iterate over the range of length of this list. So for I in range length of list 1, you can take any list as for counting length, because both length are same, you can take any one. So I have taken list 1, right? So now what will be the range? So it will start from 0 to length of list minus 1. So length length minus 1, right? Means what will be, so how it will iterate? So 0 to length of list minus 1, so length is 3, 6, 6 is the length, right? So 6 minus 1, 5, means it will iterate over 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So means with that we will get each index element. So first index is 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, means we will get 0 to 5 elements index wise, and using that we can do the subtraction. Now next what is then, so we have output list, so we have to append here result of the subtraction. So list 1 element you are accessing using index, so I will be the index I minus list 1, sorry, list 2 we have to take, list 2 I, right? Means it will do subtraction of respective elements at each indexes, and it will append the result. So we will get here final print result list is, so we got here output list, right? So before this we will print our original list, print list 1, here we will get list 1, so this is our variable name, So then print list 2 list 2, right? So now here we are printing our original list, and here we are printing the result, that is subtraction from each respective elements. So now it is giving this. So this is our first list and this is second. So 99 minus 5, 94. 88 minus 4, 84. 44 minus 3, 41. Right? So in this way you got the result. In this way you have to solve this problem. Here next problem is take one list of elements and create two separate lists. Those contain odd numbers and even numbers separately. Take one list of number elements, I should give here number elements, and create two separate lists. Those contain odd numbers and even numbers separately. So what we have to do, first we have to create one number list here. So number list is equal to range. So we have to use list function for that. List range, I am giving here 0 to 1, 111. 111 means it will go from 0 to 100, right? So now what is our task? We want to find odd and even numbers from the list, and we have to create separate list for each. So we will create here even list. Even list is equal to, this is blank, empty list. We are getting odd list, this. So now what we will do, using loop we will iterate over this number list. For number in number list, then what we will do now, here we want to check condition of even number. So if number mod 2 equality sign is equal to 0, means that is even number. So what we will do, even list. So here we will update even list, append number. So this number will get added to even list. Else what should happen? Else odd list dot append number, means if number is not even, means that is odd obviously, so it will get added to odd list, right? So here even list we are updating, here odd list we are updating. So now final output we will print odd, so even number we will take, even number list is even list, and print odd number list, odd number list is this, odd list, right? So now we have done this. Now here we will print our original list. Print original list, number list. So this is your original list. We have created numbers from 0 to 110. So I should take here up to, I should take up to 101. I want till 100 only. So now it is giving 0 to 100 is our original list. So then even number, so it is giving us only even numbers in this list. Then odd numbers, here this list is containing odd numbers, right? So in this way you can solve this problem. So you can take small list also. So for example, I will take here only 50, up to 50 we will take. 51 we will take. 0 to 50 it will go. So now this is our original list, then it is giving even numbers and it is giving odd numbers, right? So in this way you can solve this problem. So now here is the question, last question from the list concept. So take a list of numbers in the string format, convert those numbers into integer format and get sum of all those list elements. So how to solve this? So here first we have one list of numbers. So those numbers not in integer format, those are in the string format. So I will take here 1, 3, 8, 18, 4, then 9. So this is our list of numbers, but numbers are in the string format. So what is our task? We have to convert this number into integer format and then we have to do addition of these numbers. So for this we will use concept of for loop here and typecasting. So now how to solve this? So we will take here total. Total is a variable which will get updated in the loop and it will store the addition of all numbers. So now for num in list number. So we are iterating over the list. So then what we need to do? Total plus is equal to, so number is in the string format, we have to convert it into integer. So here we will take integer function, then we will pass number. So whatever this number is in the string format, it will get converted into integer and it will do addition. So now so many times we have used this shorthand notation. Now you are familiar with this shorthand notation. Now so here we will print the result. So addition of numbers is, so here we will get total, right? So and here we are printing our original list. Print original list is list number, right? So now we will run this. So our original list is this and addition of numbers is 43. So 18 plus 4, 22, 22 plus 9, 31, 31, 8, 39, 40, 43, right? So we are getting a result of addition as 43. So in this way, using typecasting and loop concept, you can solve this problem.